Welcome friends. Now I'm going to show you how to install an application or software using Yum repository. So Yum repository is a place which keeps a record, or you can say it keeps a mark to the place where all the softwares or applications are located. So first of all, let me show you step by step. So first of all, I would like to show you that how can you see your file system in Linux. So lsblk is the way where you can see the file system. Can you see here SDA, and it has partitions SDA1 and SDA2, and rail root, rail swap, rail home. These all are the virtual systems. These are called the logical volumes. So I will also cover these logical volumes in my next video, but first of all let me show you that how to install through Yum repository. So can you please see here that SR0 is the last hard drive that is been placed here, and it is not mounted to any of the partitions or any of the file systems in here. It is just present here. So to mount it, you can mount it to any folder. Mounting means, let me just tell you, when you insert a pen drive into your computer system, it gets mounted to your hard disk, and it creates an space so that you can see that what are the documents or the files are present in that. So if you want to see that what are the things available in SR0, you have to mount it to a file system. So how will you do it? Just write mount, then you have to write dev. You have to write in this format so that the commands runs in a proper way. So SR0, this is for this one I'm writing SR is for the SR0. And now I want to, first of all let me create a folder. mkdir media is a folder in root, and in that I'm creating another folder named rel, RHEL, and I'm using -p. -p is a flag that creates a folder inside another folder. Okay, it got created, and now I'm mounting it to rail. I'm mounting this SR0 drive to rail. So how will you do it? mount dev SR0, and then the path media RHEL, rail. So can you see it already got mounted right now, and now you have to create the repository in Yum. For information, let me tell you, etc folder is a folder that contains all the configuration files of Linux. Whatever server or anything you want to configure, Samba server or FTP or DNS, DHCP, whatever you want to configure, you can configure through etc. So cd etc. Let me just show you the files. In my previous video I've shown you that ls is used to see all the folders inside it. So you can see here, so in here there is a folder named Yum repository. Let me just go inside it. cd yum repos.d. okay, now this is the folder, so I am using cd command. Cd command is used to enter any of the folders in your file system. Now here I am going to create a file, or you can say that it is a repository configuration file through which I will point the folder, such as in here it's media rail, where the dev SR0 contents are mounted over media rail. So all the documents that are in SR0 are now in media rail. So in here I will create a repository. Suppose you can give any name. Suppose let me give my name, manish.repo. Here now, as usually, press I. Now I will write inside it. Okay. You can just give any name over here. I am writing local repo. That is not a problem. You can use any name. And now in the next line you have to give a name of the repository. Suppose I'm giving HCL, that's my employer. And now in base URL you have to give the name of the location that where the files are being mounted. Or you can do it either way. You can also copy the documents of SR0 to this location, media rail, or any other location. So and then mention the path over here. Here is file colon. Here I am using triple forward slash backward slash because this is a local repository. You are installing something using your machine only. You are not installing over the server. If you will be installing over the server, then you have to use only two backward slashes. So now I am mentioning the path where it is mounted, RHEL. Okay. Now to enable it in ENABLE, I am writing 1. If you write 0, then it will not be enabled. If you have like this, suppose the name of this repository is manish.repo. So if there will be another repositories like anything, hcl.repo or any using your name, a.repo, b.repo, so you can turn it on or turn it off using this command only. Enabled equal to 1, you can do it enabled equal to 0, then it will be disabled. Okay, now GPG check. It checks the authenticity, or you can say that the files have the certificate or not, proper certificate or not. It is used for that check. GPG check. I'm enabling it 1. You can also disable it if somehow your software is not getting installed, so you can also disable it. So GPG key, I'm giving the GPG key over here, file. This will be common for every repository because this is the path where the GPG key is present in your system, in your you can also check this one by going through this path. But this will be different in different operating systems. If you are using Fedora, then it will be different. Okay, that's all. Now press escape and then write WQ colon enter, and now CLEAR. Okay, now get out of here. We can also check that it has been made or not. Okay, manish.repo, cat manish.repo. See, every documents, every contents have been written here. So now just check the repository, or you have to, for refresh. Hello guys, after you have written over to the file manish.repo, next you have to refresh your system, or by this command yum repo list. It will show you your local repository, that is HCL. If there was more repositories, then it would show you more repositories over here. So now just try to install anything. Yum install -y. This flag is used because after you will start after you will give this command, suppose dhcp, after you will use this, it will ask you for yes or no option. So so you can give it at first also, yum -y install dhcp. Now just check it's happening. It installed. Can you just see dhcp? All right, so this one this is how you have to use yum to install your packages. And if you want to see the packages, let me just show you. cd, I have mounted in over to the media rel, RHEL. Now do ls. You can see here. Now you can also see this folder named packages. cd packages. Go inside it, do ls, and now you can see the packages are running over. So these are the packages that you can install in your system. So that's all. Thank you friends. If you like it, then please subscribe, and please let me know if you have any problem in understanding, then I can maybe help you in other way. Thank you. Bye bye.